Hello, everybody. What is going on? It is Jessie Lee. You can call me Boss Lee, or the People's Mentor, in case you don't know that. And today we're going to chat really quickly about overcoming people's opinions. And I asked my Instagram and my TikTok, what are some things that they really would like some help on? And that was just an overwhelming. I'm going to sneeze. Great way to start this off. Maybe not. Yep, for sure. Ooh, so bless me. You can drop a 1 in the comments below if you are catching me live. If you are catching a replay, you can drop a 2 in the comments below. But I'm going to go over some things. I asked for some topics, and you guys, many people said I really need help overcoming people's opinions of me. It's affecting my business. And if you feel like it's affecting your business, it's probably affecting your life. And so I want to help soothe these worries, if is what I would probably call it. Soothe these worries and help you overcome some of this probably worthiness some of you are going through. So if you feel like you're going through that, worthiness issues, etc., because of other people's opinions of you and what you're doing, go ahead and drop yes in the comments below. And I have a feeling this is going to be something we go over in many different ways over the next 80 days or whatever it is that I'm going live every day, because there's different variations of this for sure. But this one, I'm telling you, we're just going to jump in right away. It is normal to want other people to like you. It is normal to want other people to respect you. It's normal for you to want other people to view you with esteem, but it is not healthy the amount of you and of people in general who spend so much of their time and so much of their lives really not living their best life because of what other people tell them what to do. I was just listening to a podcast last night from Gary Vaynerchuk, actually, and he was talking about how so many of us, first of all, just need to learn how to take accountability. You can do anything you want in life. You don't like where you live, literally move. He actually uses the example of, I don't like the politics in America. Move to Sweden. Like, what is stopping you from moving to Sweden? The answer is you. You know, what's stopping you from moving to wherever, Spain, Italy, whatever? It's you. There are so many things in your life you need to learn how to be accountable for. And a lot of you're not living the life you want because he says, and I love this, you don't have the actual audacity. I love that word. The audacity to step back just for a second to move forward then, three steps or something. You're so worried about what somebody says if you sell your Lexus and you end up driving a Ford that you end up going into debt. You're so worried about who's going to post on your Instagram story or on your comment on Facebook or your post on Facebook. They're going to make a comment about, you used to have a house, now you live in an apartment. And so you literally go into debt, right? To what? Please other people. And this is all negative stuff. Some of you quit your network marketing businesses because you see something that somebody says about network marketing and you go, I'm spooked, right? We do this to ourselves and everything. We're so worried about what other people are saying. If you can relate to that, give me a yes below, because I'm just interested, right? And so we have these moments in our lives. I know I have several where, do any of you have that? Many moments. I did a episode 469 or 459, 449, something like that, 449, I think, of my podcast about this. But do any of you have any of those moments that are just so traumatic where somebody said something to you and you start to think completely differently about yourself, or it's a defining moment in your life that shifted who you are, right? The chances are, whatever those things are that defined you, your classmates don't remember. The mean boy does not remember. The mean girl does not remember. Your mom, my mom doesn't remember. I never said that. She always says that about stuff. I never said that. When you definitely said that. If you can relate to that, I'm going to guess that you probably have a similar issue like I'm talking about, where you're very worried about what other people's opinions are of you, and you're not really understanding that many people are not paying that much attention. So Cassandra understands, April, Despina, Haley, Katrina, Jolandi, Therese is on here agreeing, Aubrey, Sarah. I love this. Thank you for your engagement. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. And thank you for following. Love that too. So why do we care? Right? It's human nature. So really, it's important then that you understand there are ways to stop this, right? Expecting and understanding that people are always going to have opinions of you is really where it starts. Okay. There's no use in trying to avoid any and all judgment. People are always going to have something to say. Some of you have parents, probably your friends or something, who say, hey, go get a real job. You're making $100,000, $80,000, $60,000 a year in entrepreneurship, affiliate marketing, network marketing, your own entrepreneurial, whatever it is you're doing. And your friends are telling you to quit and go get a real job, and some of you are actually considering it. How about you tell them to shut the hell up, right? It's truly and honestly your life, and you need to really start living it. So take back your own feelings, okay? So take back your own feelings is number 2, right? Other people are going to have poor opinions about you. It's just how it is. You can't have everybody like you. It's not possible. That shouldn't translate into you having poor emotions. Poor opinions from them does not mean poor emotions from you. You have to differentiate, right? So get back into your body, get back into your own spirit, get back into your own heart. For me, it's really important that consistently, I remember that I'm in control of how I feel, and nobody can make me feel any type of way. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if you're feeling upset, it's because you're reacting to something. If you're feeling really excited, it's because you're reacting to something. If you're feeling like somebody's done something to you, you're probably reacting to something. The likelihood of that actually happening is not that great. Take back your actual emotions and learn how to be more present and aware in your own body. Does that make sense? I know that's resonating with somebody right now. There's no way it's not. Okay. You get to choose how you react in all situations, right? So like I said, number one was going to expect and accept that people are going to have opinions of you. Number two was take back the control you have over your feelings because it is yours. Some of you might need to get into some breathing exercises. Some of you might need to practice some meditation. I'm really into, I don't like stationary meditation personally. I like the kind of meditation where you're moving, maybe heavy weights, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. The next thing, if you want to stop worrying so much about people's opinions of you, is understand you're not perfect. And all I really mean by that when I say that is everybody makes mistakes. And so if you are still beating yourself up because of a mistake you made 15 years ago that now is carrying into your business or your marriage or your relationship or whatever it is, and people are saying stuff about you, whatever it is, like perfection's impossible. Can you put that in the comments? By the way, perfection is impossible. I want you to write that down because I think that words have a lot of power. Therefore, expecting perfection is completely futile. There's no point in thinking that, right? There's no point in trying to be perfect. People who procrastinate, I've joked around for years now. I'm like, you're not procrastinating, or you're not a perfectionist, you're a procrastinator. There's no such thing as perfectionism. Okay. And you're judging yourself, and it's completely unfair to who you are. It's completely unfair. Everyone who thinks badly of you, everybody who's bullying you, everybody who is making you feel some type of way about yourself and is all over the internet or in your house or in your ear, in your phone, texting you, doing whatever, have they not made mistakes too? Because that's the interesting thing about this. You're so worried about their opinions of you, you forget that they're human as well. It's the equal playing field. Nobody is perfect. And you'll start to notice that people who are successful do not spend their time talking about people, right? All my friends that are super successful, all the people in my network that are super successful, the conversations are very, very high level. Wouldn't you agree? I've never seen a multimillionaire spending their time in their life bashing people anywhere. I've never seen them making opinion pieces. Write that down in your notes. I've never seen a successful person making opinion pieces on the internet about somebody. Let's say it a third time. I've never seen a successful person on the internet who makes opinion pieces about somebody. I understand you're hurt. And quite frankly, the only thing I feel towards you is compassion because you are oozing out how unhappy you are with your life. You're so worried about trying to get somebody to feel opinions about themselves based off of your opinions about them, and you yourself are not perfect. It makes no sense to me, and it hurts me how hurt those people clearly are. Okay? So everybody makes mistakes, right? And it's self-growth when you remember that. Right. The next thing I would recommend if you are trying to make sure that people are, you've got these opinions about yourself and you're trying to stop, or you've got people's opinions of you affecting you, is work on your own self-confidence. The best way you can build your own self-confidence is by doing what you say you're going to do. People ask me constantly, you're so confident, Jesse. Like, how do you get on live video with no makeup on? Or how do you get on live video and just talk? Or how do you go on stages and talk? I'm terrified of public speaking. Or how do you talk about, the ketones so often? How do you do this, all these things? I say, it's because when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I said I was going to do a 90-day run. I am smashing this 90-day run. I said I was going to upload a podcast 3 years ago or something like that. Now it's one of the top, it's not number one. It's one of the top entrepreneurial podcasts in the world. Like, do you know that? Right? I get confident around things because I do what I say I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to sweat every day, which that is one of the things I do every day, I sweat every day. That doesn't mean that I work out 2 hours every day. That means no matter what, and like today I did 30 minutes of cardio. So I was drenched in sweat and that was all I had time to do, but I did it. I sweat. My goal was to sweat. My goal was not to have a powerlifting workout every single day. Right? But who am I? Ask yourself that. Put that in the chat. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who are you? What do you care about? What do you enjoy? Who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when everyone's watching? Who are you as a person? Okay? Because fundamentally, when you know who you are, you're much more confident. Then when people talk about you, you're not really as worried because they might know some version of you that you no longer associate with, or they might know some version of you you just don't know. Or it's not a great example. Today I'm on the phone with a very good friend of mine. And he's like, I don't like your social media. I said, what do you mean you don't like my social media? He's like, you share so much and blah, 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 blah. I said, we have literally hung out in person many times. He goes, right. I said, did any of the stuff that we did together make it to social media? He said, no. I said, right. I said, and how am I in person? He's like, you're quiet, you're soft, you're loving, you're kind, you're sweet. I said, right, right. I said, and then who, he goes, well, I really, I do love like hundreds and hundreds of things about you. It's just like those two things I don't like. I said, right. And you're allowed to, right. But who I am, my character is still who I am. What people think and what people think because of what you portray on the internet may or may not be completely accurate. And I want you to remember that. So who are you, Danielle? Who are you, Hina? Who are you, Natalie? Who are you, Tammy Lynn? That's really what matters. Okay. Who are you? And when you develop that value system and those core values of who you are as a person, it's a lot easier to start developing that sense of self. You can start making decisions based off of, is this in alignment with my core values as a person? Is this in alignment with who I identify as? Is this who I want to, what I want to be known for? Okay. So confidence building and developing that sense of confidence go hand in hand. Okay. Being confident in who you are and what you stand for boosts your self-esteem like crazy, and being responsible enough to do what you say you're going to do is going to build a huge amount of confidence. And it also helps you completely ignore haters. All right. The next thing is, don't try to read anyone's mind, because you're probably wrong anyway. So you're probably wrong, right? You think you know until you have the conversation. Have you ever put yes in the chat if you've ever had a conversation like that with someone and you're like, that is literally not how I perceived it. I thought you were trying to tell me this. They're like, no, how could you even think that that's what I was talking about, right? We all have blind spots. We all perceive things a little bit differently. So instead of assuming, right, making an ass out of you and me is what assume means. Don't try to read someone's mind about what they're trying to say or what they're doing. Have you had the conversation, right? People will try to associate traits with you that you've not even considered, right? If you want to be more emotionally intelligent and more just chill and more not so up and down and whatever else, like, don't worry so much about what other people think about you. And one of my biggest tips for you, because I know you guys like when I give you assignments, when was the last time you unfollowed and straight up blocked, for a lot of these situations, people who make you feel some type of way? You know, I don't watch the stories of people that don't like me. I don't follow people that I'm like, really? Like, what on earth? What are we doing over here? You know, I don't pay attention to people that make me feel this big, right? I don't listen to the opinions of small-minded people. And I certainly don't take advice from people whose bank accounts I wouldn't take, whose mental health I wouldn't take, whose relationship health and wealth I wouldn't take, whose emotional intelligence I wouldn't take, whose adaptability I wouldn't take, whose spirituality levels I wouldn't take, whose finances I wouldn't take. I think I already said finances, everything. If I wouldn't take your physical fitness, I'm not taking advice from you. If I wouldn't take, if I don't want to trade lives with you, literally not taking advice from you. And maybe not your whole life, but pieces of it. And a lot of you are seriously taking advice from people about the way your life should be lived, their opinions on how your life should be, and you're looking at theirs and it's a damn dumpster fire. Okay? Drop a flame below if you know what I'm talking about. This makes no sense to me. I don't want to be anything like you. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to be around you. You are negative. You do not have your mental health together. You are not emotionally aware. You are not fiscally responsible. You are not spiritual. You are not anything I want to be. I don't know the last time you worked out, the last time you sweat. I don't know the last time you had a great conversation with somebody. I don't know the last time you gave. I don't know you are not in alignment with me. So why would I take opinions on how I should run my life or my business from you? And a lot of you are doing this. A lot of you are doing this. If you're being honest with yourself, how many of you have done this before? I'm going to guess it's a lot of you. Doesn't make sense when you say it out loud, does it? It doesn't make any sense when you think about it. But a lot of you are doing that. Okay. So just stop getting stressed out about what other people think you should be. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you're sleeping with yourself. All right. The next thing, if you want to stop worrying so much about these opinions, is consider the source, right? Caring what people think about you is natural. Okay. None of you are crazy for saying, oh, I want to make, I want to make my mom proud, or I want to make my kids proud, or I want to make our team proud, or I want to do these things. But some people's opinions are worth much more than others. Okay. Have much more weight and should be treated as such. Okay. A family member saying that your behavior negatively impacts them that you are nowhere near as close with, in relation to maybe your mentor or something, you're going to have different, you should be weighing that different, like an extended cousin, some of you are taking advice from, right? A random stranger saying you should smile more makes some of you think, maybe you don't take those opinions. Maybe you don't take those opinions. Someone you've never met on the internet is telling you that you're a scam artist. You've never met this person. You would not know who they are if you walk past them on the street. You don't know their dog's name, their cat's name, their partner's name. You don't even know their damn name. And you're worried. You only know their Instagram handle. And you are letting that person help you lose sleep at night. You're letting that person make you go on a binge eating streak. You're letting that person help you quit your business. What? No, I know I'm hearing wrong right now. That cannot be right. Someone you don't even know is taking up space rent-free in your mind. Someone you've never met matters that much to you, more than your partner telling you, no, I believe in you, more than your mentor telling you, I believe in you, more than your coach telling you, you're incredible, you can do this, you have so much greatness in you. You're listening to Ding Ding. You're listening to someone who literally has zero impact on your life, who would never say it to you in person, make you question yourself. Come on, Veronica, you're better than that. Come on, Angela, you're better than that. Shay, you are better than that. Jolene, come on. It doesn't make sense. If you haven't shared this yet, you should share it. Thank you for sharing, Kim, by the way. All right, next thing is you better know you're your own worst critic. You know that, right? Okay, you more often than not, except for these haters we've already kind of described, you're your own worst critic. You have this standard above your way above what everyone else is doing, and it doesn't even make sense. You're judging so much harshly, right? When in reality, you're just harder on yourself than most people are. Okay. And you're putting way too much weight and pressure on comments that come in on your Instagram reels or lives or whatever, or how many likes something got. You know, the internet is a finicky place. There's a reason I'm on every freaking platform, because if I say something about a right to choose, they don't know if I'm talking about vaccines or abortions. And either way, I'm going in a shadow ban, like this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. So you better be all over the place. You better have your business and your personality and your brand all over the place. Stop criticizing yourself because your views are low. Your views might be low because Instagram doesn't like that you just said that. Facebook doesn't like that you just said that. I wrote a comment where I was doing coaching the other day. It says that we're putting you in the bottom of the feed on Facebook because I said something that I was typing something about myself and it appeared to be bullying from their AI technology. Really? So now I'm like, screw it. Let's go all in on TikTok, podcast, and YouTube. If Instagram and Facebook are going to be hateful, like, okay, not a problem. Not a problem. You are your own worst critic. So stop reading so much into those comments. Stop reading so much into how many views something of yours gets. It doesn't dictate your value you're giving to the world. Okay? Surround yourself. Next tip, and I gotta go fast. Oh my gosh, so late to a call. And this is useful. Make sure you save. If you don't already follow me, make sure you follow me everywhere. Subscribe everywhere. Follow, share, tag a friend. Do the most. All right. If you have a friend that's on your heart right now, when this video is done, it'll be saved on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. Just make sure you tag a friend right below immediately. I mean, I feel like this would be a gift for them. I think we can all agree. So surround yourself with loving, accepting, supportive people. This is really important. You need allies. Yes, you need friends, but more importantly, you need allies. Allies are going to be people who call you on your crap when you're listening to other people's opinions of you. Right? Allies are your people who don't like when you're playing small. Allies are people who are like, Sasha Franz, what you doing with your life, boo? I love you. Get it together. I'm kidding. He just jumped on and I love him very much. You want to surround yourself, though, with people who are going to support you in the good and are going to call you out on the bad as well. And you actually want to take their opinions, right? Wookie, what the hell? Oh, that's Wookie snoring. So sorry. It's very loud. Friends and family members who are constantly judgmental can take a huge toll on your mental health. I think we've all been there, done that, got the t-shirt, right? So knowing that someone you care about has negative opinions of you, it can be incredibly hurtful. And some of you are in those situations right now. So I want you to develop relationships with people who allow you to embrace your true self, and people who are supportive, and people who are willing to figure it out with you, and people who are, what's with the noise, man, who are willing to grow with you and go with you. And sometimes it can seem a little judgy because they want to stretch you, but it's actually crucial for maintaining your well-being. Okay. And then the last thing I'll say is hold off your own judgments of others if you are in the process of allowing other people's opinions of you to affect you as well. Just stop as well with your judgments of other people. Okay? Like, You don't know what people are going through. You don't know the hard things that somebody's dealing with. You don't know what's happening with their mental health or their family or, their partner or their private life, whatever it is. You don't know what's going on. Okay. And so, even sometimes if a first impression isn't great, give people another chance. One of the most perfect examples of this is the first time I met Lisa Grossman. I did not like her at all. Okay. I didn't like her because I felt like she was kind of shoving me to the side because she didn't know who I was. And so she thought, oh, like, I don't know who this girl is. She must not be that important. It was just me internally. Okay. And I met her again like 2 days later and I did like her. And so sometimes, and now I love her, obviously, but sometimes that first impression is not always accurate. And so being accepting of others is also going to allow you to be more accepting of yourself. That's just how this works. And if you know you're giving people the benefit of the doubt, you will start to allow yourself, hopefully, to give yourself the benefit of the doubt too. So if this is useful, please make sure that you share this. Make sure that you tag some people below. And if you don't know who I am and you're new to this, drop new in the comments. But my name is Jessie Lee. You can call me Boss Lee. I'm coming to you from Frisco, Texas. So I'd love to know where you guys are watching from as well. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. I hope you got a lot out of this. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye.